You want the truth about van life? Try waking up to this for one day. Just get in your van and go try it. It's not easy. It's a rough life. Truth. Sometimes you have to drive 2 minutes down the street from where you slept to get a good Wi-Fi connection and grab a coffee. Truth. Finding a place to take a shit, super easy. Have you ever woken up in the morning and realized that you should probably clean the house today, but on the other hand, you'd really like to just go sit by the ocean, listen to the waves, and just connect with the world? Or maybe just go hang out at the park? Well, here's the truth. With van life, you can do all three. Not every day are you going to be able to spend all your time sitting by the ocean or by a lake in a park or going on some kind of adventure. Because in my life, you got to spend some time grinding to get those DJ gigs. Without grinding to get the gigs, I ain't making no money. So on that note, let's go to the office. I just got to the office. Let's see if the back door is open for me. Hey, work's work, right? Awesome. The back door of the office is open. And sometimes the view of the office is horrible. Once again, got a rough view at the office today. Truth. Van life has given me the freedom to be inspired and work wherever I want to work. So if I'm feeling inspired by sitting right here for a few hours and putting together some projects and some planning for future gigs, hey, awesome. Thank you, van life. Thank you. So being a DJ, I download a ton of new music every day, and I spend at least an hour every day digging through all the new tracks that I get, pulling out the stuff that's more my style, and that's what I'm doing today. Ooh, yeah. Not a bad life, huh? Yeah. That is a pretty sick track. But I'll tell you something, guys. Normally I would be sitting at home and doing this stuff, but I don't know how to explain it. It is such, I don't know, it's more meaningful. My head is a lot more clear, so when I'm actually listening to these tracks, I'm feeling a lot more engaged in it. I can't explain it. It's just been beautiful. I've been living in my van for 11 days now, and I think it's time for me to give you my version of the van life truth. I think after 11 days being in the van, I've learned enough to know what this is going to be like in the next month, in the next year. I have had zero problems at all. It has been absolutely beautiful. And the truth is, I think what happens in your life, you bring into your life yourself. Before taking on this adventure, I've watched videos of people saying, you know, here's the bad stuff that people don't talk about van life. And then they go on and blah, blah, blah about people knocking on their doors and nasty situations and people coming out of their houses and people trying to rough them up and beat them up. Here's my opinion to that. If that's the kind of energy that you have in your life, that you're attracting that kind of stuff, then I think it falls back on you. Are you being that dick that I told you not to be? Are you parking in places that make you look sketchy? Just be respectful and put love out into the world, and love will come back to you. I've parked in residential area after residential area, in industrial areas, and right downtown of a city, and I've had zero problems. If anything, people ask questions and they're interested in what you're doing and the lifestyle you're living. I think the success to van life is just being respectful of where you live, the planet you live on, the block you're sleeping in, the people you are surrounded by. Because everybody in your van, everybody is your neighbor. Just love everybody around you and it will all come back to you. And another factor comes down to the vehicle you choose to live in. You know, my vehicle, I'm sitting at a community park right now. We've been down here most of the afternoon doing business, taking the dog for a walk, and my van is parked right here. Doors open on the side, and I have my lawn chair out there, and there's a sports playing field here, but you gotta realize right now, there's nobody here. So for me to camp out for the day in a park that wasn't overly busy was totally fine. I wouldn't have parked there in my white unmarked van if there was a kid's barbecue here, because that is being a dick and being a creep. So don't be a creep. Let's talk about some van life truths while answering some questions that people have asked me along the way. Let's start with, where do you park at night? I myself like to park right beside apartment buildings where there's a bit of a green space on one side or a darker area. So when I get out of the side of the van in the middle of the night to take the dog for a pee, because he likes to do that quite often, I personally have found those areas to be best. And or in busy business areas where there's a constant flow of traffic all the time. So when your vehicle is parked, it's not like it's the only one on the block and you're like sticking out like a sore thumb. You're in a block where it's like this, where there's lots of cars and you're just another vehicle and kind of don't even get noticed at all. How do you shower and keep clean? Don't you stink? Here's the truth. You could shower just about anywhere. You do realize that every town has a community center which you can drop into for like $3 or $5. Not only can you shower, shave, and brush your teeth, but you could probably go for a swim and get in a workout and sit in the hot tub for a bit too. I myself got a membership at a 24-hour fitness gym that is available Canada-wide. They have hundreds of locations across Canada. The reason why I chose that is because not only can I shower and work out at every location in Canada, but it gives me that freedom as well too. So now if I do travel, I have access to their gyms in any town, anywhere. The cost of my gym membership is $50, and I figured $50 a month is way worth it to be able to keep clean every day, get in a workout every day, and feel good about myself every day. $50? Damn good deal. I was spending like $1,200 a month before just to have a place to sleep and shower, so $50? Smoking deal. How do you stay connected to the world? Where do you get Wi-Fi? All right, here's what is a little bit on the tricky side. You can get a Wi-Fi connection anywhere, any coffee shop, any restaurant, any pub, anywhere. There's Wi-Fi all over the place. And for the most part, once you're in that place once, you have their Wi-Fi connection. I have a list on my phone of all the different places I've gone and all their Wi-Fi passwords, so I never really have to go to their business again. I just gotta pull up out front, grab the connection, do what I need to do online, and move on. The problem with the average Wi-Fi connection at a coffee shop a McDonald's, Tim Hortons, a restaurant, whatever. The problem with their connections is the connection is not so fast. Like, if you need to download music like I need to do every single day, it's horrible. Or heaven forbid you need to upload a YouTube video. Man, I pulled up to a coffee shop one day, I'm like, I'm gonna upload this video. The video was like 6 minutes long. It said it was gonna take me like 3 hours. Not gonna happen. So finding a solid Wi-Fi connection is not always easy. And of course, one of the biggest questions that everybody I know is worried about is, where do you take a shit? The truth is, and the whole truth, you can shit right there. You can shit at every single coffee shop. You can shit at just about every single gas station. You can shit every community center. You can shit anywhere. You know how many toilets there are around this planet that you could take a dump in? And if that's really something you're worried about, don't. Okay, I get it. There may be the occasional time where you're in your van and it just kind of has to happen. Well, everywhere I've parked, I've always been super close to somewhere to go. I've been 11 days in my van, and thankfully I haven't had that situation yet. Sure, I'm sure after I do get that situation the first time, I'm probably gonna put together some kind of an emergency kit, so if I had to do it, I could. But like everything else I'm doing in my van, I just wanted to get out on the road and go do it. I didn't want to spend all this time planning it all out and wasting all that time that I could have been out here doing what I want to do. So those little situations like having an emergency bathroom, I'm only going to build those kind of things and do that kind of stuff after I need it. If I don't ever need it, then I'll never build it out. So giving you the complete truth about van life, it has been absolutely beautiful. Maybe I live in a country where things are just so openly accepted and people are just that loving. But as an example, today when I was sitting on the beach, the back doors were wide open, and that's the busy walkway where all the cyclists and people walking and the runners, and my van was pointed straight at it. My feet were hanging out of it on my laptop, doing some business stuff, listening to some music. And having the back door of the van open was like having the back door of my home open, and I opened it up to the community around me. And so many people stopped, probably because of the dog, because he's like the king of attention, but nobody judged me for a single thing. I've had more people talk to me that were intrigued about what I'm doing than anything else. From a sweet old couple talking to me about how they're ready to just get into an RV and do what I'm doing and just like explore the world, to people that were just asking me really cool questions and that were like super intrigued that I am living this lifestyle. You know, nobody said a bad thing or gave me like that look like, ew, gross, you're living in your van. You know, I think a lot of that stuff comes into who you are as a person as well too. If you're just that person and you kind of look like a hobo, then yeah, you're gonna bring that attention. Or you're not cleanly shaven, or you know, you just don't present a loving personality. You're gonna attract those kind of people that are gonna bring you that nasty, negative stuff. So don't be a dick. Be a beautiful person, respect everything around you, and everything's gonna love you back. And that is words that you can live by, that is for damn sure. And if you're living in a country, maybe you're in the States, maybe you're somewhere else in this world watching this video, and people are being narrow-minded about what you're doing and not accepting your creativity and how you choose to live your life, screw it. Then move to Canada. Adios.